Nvidia is down 4% today. And if you guys remember in the video we posted last week, we said that the last two times that this setup occurred on Nvidia, that we saw either a 20% sell-off or that price had consolidated for multiple weeks and that it was probably not a good move to be long on Nvidia anymore. If we go back and look at March 25th, 2024, when the BX trender, which is this indicator at the bottom of your screen, flips from green, which means buying pressure, that's a good sign, to red, that means that there's a very high chance that money is getting pulled out of the stock, that momentum is getting pulled out of the stock, and that there's a very good chance that price will most likely, like we said, either sell off or at least compress for a couple of weeks. And then once that BX trender flips from red back to green, this is our indication to look to potentially play the upside. So back here, you can see that we ended up having a bit of a sell-off, but mainly compressed. If we look at what happened back in June and July of 2024, you can see the BX trender flipped from green to red. I posted this flip on X. I had nearly 240,000 views on that, people saying that I was a complete idiot. And yes, that fade, I wasn't expecting that type of pullback. But as we said before, when this BX trender turns from green to red, it's a sign that money's getting pulled out and there's not going to be enough money. There's not going to be enough buying pressure to push the stock into higher highs in most cases. Initially, I was wrong, right? Price ended up pushing up about 10% before it ended up hitting that top. There wasn't enough buyers stepping in on the bigger time frame, and price sold off nearly 32%. And then when we saw the BX trender flip a couple of weeks ago on Nvidia, we said, hey, there's a chance that this can still run. But looking at what has happened the past couple of times, I think there's a pretty high chance, an even bigger chance, the price is either going to consolidate, maybe sit between 130 and 150 for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, or worst case, price is going to pull back down to 120. And I still stand by that thesis. Just because the BX trender flipped red doesn't mean that a massive sell-off back down to $110 or $90 has to happen. What I think is more so realistic is that price is either going to hold between 130 and 150, or worst case scenario, price will most likely pull its way back down to $120. Now, what we want to do here, if we want to figure out where our buying zone is we want to mark off our most recent lows and our most recent high. The reason that we're going to do it in that order is because structure is bullish. The way that we can tell structure is bullish is that if we took a horizontal draw tool and marked off all of the lows, you will notice that every single one of these lows is making what? A higher low. When price is making higher lows, that is the sign of an uptrend. Also, when price is making higher highs, that is another sign of an uptrend. If we zoom in now and we take a Fibonacci retracement from most recent swing low of about $103 up to most recent swing high of $150, you're going to see that the area we will normally pull back to is the 0.618 and the 0.786. This area is called our golden Fibonacci zone. Now, the lowest that we will normally see price pull back to is the 0.786 or the 0.826. This area is called our smart money zone. A great example of how this played out last time would be looking back in 2024 from April 15th, taking a Fibonacci all the way up to $133 in June 17th of 2024. As price was pulling back into this golden zone, we were talking about this on X, that there's a very high chance that price is going to bounce. And that's exactly what happened. Price bounced right within that smart money and golden zone, and now we've pushed up into higher highs. If we do not hold this $135 to $130 area, I think that there's a very high chance that price will pull back down to 120 and 110. Now at this point, I'm not shorting Nvidia. I'm not going to chase puts. Yes, there is a chance that price can continue to sell off, but what I'm looking to do and what I feel is the better thing to do is simply to wait for price to pull back down, hit a support level, confirm by the weekly BX flipping from red to green, and then we'll look to do what we've done the last multiple times. We'll look to go long each and every single time the BX flips from red to green. And you can see that if we've done that over the past 3 years, 4 years, that we would have done very, very well. And last thing that I want you guys, to leave you with is the fact that no matter what time frame you're trading, you need to be focusing on the weekly because I bet you any strategy, whether you're day trading, swing trading, trading patterns, trading moving averages, whatever it is, if you're trading the long side on Nvidia during these 3 periods, you're making money no matter what the hell your trading strategy is. We've made over $3.9 million this year with only a 64% win rate. And the reason for that is because we only trade when these conditions are met. And if these conditions are not met, then we simply sit out. If we don't see green on the weekly BX, but we are still trending up, such as right now, then what I'll focus on doing is selling cash secured puts. This is a great way to make a couple percent per week on my capital, and worst case scenario, just get stuck at buying shares of Nvidia down at maybe 120 or 125. I'm going to have a full cash secured puts course coming completely for free for you guys in January of 2025. If you want to learn how to use this indicator, the BX trender, as well as money zones, which we went over earlier, my exact trading system, all of our courses are completely for free. The link will be down in the description. And if you do want to join my private Discord community and get access to all of my real-time trades, all of our trading bots, and my live streams, you guys can go ahead and check out the link in the description to our private academy. We do have a pre-Black Friday sale that will actually end tonight, Monday the 25th. Use the code MARKET10 to get 90% off your first month. We focus on trading a proven winning system that requires only 30 minutes per day to be in front of your phone or your computer. If you want to try it out, now is your time. The link is in the description.